Welcome back, focused learners, to another explainer. You know, growing up, we're always told to just pick a career you love. But today, well, the internet absolutely insists that the only real path to success is dropping out of school, launching some massive side hustle, and becoming a teen millionaire. I mean, as you can see from the constantly changing visuals we're throwing on screen today, even basic daily chores are presented as these monumental, impossible undertakings. So today, we are deconstructing this complexity illusion. Let's cut right through the noise and simplify the whole shebang. Okay, let's dive into this. The internet sets these extremely absurd expectations for us, right? On one hand, the modern grind set demands that you sit down and watch literally 11-hour YouTube tutorials just to start a basic side hustle. And on the flip side, these crazy aesthetic restock routines are telling us we need 14 different pastel-colored chemicals just to clean a bathroom sink. It's just a total absurd overcomplication of really simple goals.
And honestly, what happens when we actually buy into all this? You end up stuck in what I like to call tutorial hell, just staring blankly at a screen until your eyes are bone dry and your posture literally deteriorates into free-form shapes. That physical and mental toll completely paralyzes us. And statistically speaking, that grind set pressure is a huge reason why most businesses fail before they even start. But look, if you just ignore the influencers for a second and look at the actual math, success is surprisingly simple. Because stripping away all that nonsense reveals one core truth. All money is made by simply providing value. You don't chase money. Money naturally follows value. If you want to get someone's hard-earned cash, you just sell a solution to their problem. It's like a giant puzzle. Weight loss requires a diet plan. A crusty, dirty driveway needs a pressure washer. At the end of the day, value is literally just problem solving. So the crucial point here is how you scale that value. Want to make more money? Just follow 3 incredibly simple rules. Number 1, tackle a bigger problem. Number 2, offer a much quicker solution. And number 3, make it as easy as possible for the customer. If you maximize those 3 things, you absolutely maximized your value to the market. Now, let's actually whiplash back to those household chores for a second. Keeping your house clean boils down to those exact same principles. You definitely do not need 14 specialized chemicals. The truly easy method is just relying on basic habit loops, implementing the 5-minute rule, and frankly, just throwing away useless clutter. Success, whether in business or your living room, comes from simple, consistent actions, not aesthetic perfection. Okay, so once you've simplified your service or your daily habits, you're going to need an engine to actually scale your efforts. And that engine is called leverage. Think of leverage kind of like a giant seesaw with a massive, heavy rock sitting on the right side. If you push down right next to the middle, the fulcrum, you might lift that rock a tiny, tiny bit. But if you walk all the way to the very end of the seesaw and push down with the exact same amount of effort, boom, you send that heavy rock into the stratosphere. Leverage is all about getting maximum output for your input. But here's the catch. Most people are spending all their time pushing on the wrong side of the lever. The wrong lever is spending 50 agonizing hours perfecting the formatting on a blank resume, which basically gets you nowhere. The right lever, especially if you're a one-person business, is utilizing code and media. Code lets computers do the heavy lifting while you're literally fast asleep. Media lets you contact thousands of people instantly. That right there is the ultimate leverage. But hey, let's take a step back and ask a really realistic question here. Building a business, even when you're using code and media, still takes a ton of time and energy. What if you don't want to hire employees? Or what if you don't want to borrow capital? What if you have absolutely zero desire to build a company from scratch and deal with that whole entrepreneurial headache? Is there an alternative path? Well, yes, there absolutely is. And honestly, it's a highly reliable, incredibly effective alternative path to wealth. The little-known secret to becoming a millionaire without starting your own business is simply getting a job. But hold on, not just any job. We are talking about securing a high-paying tech job. This is a massive, massive shortcut to leverage, especially if you can bypass the traditional, incredibly slow, and super expensive 4-year degree route. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate shortcut highlighted in our source material, which happens to be our sponsor today, Triple 10. It's a fully online bootcamp that literally takes complete beginners and equips them for super lucrative careers in software engineering, data science, and cybersecurity. So instead of wasting away in tutorial hell, it actually provides real project experience and one-on-one career coaching, all on a totally flexible schedule. Now, you might be wondering, does a bootcamp actually work? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves here. A staggering 87% of Triple 10 graduates get hired within just 6 months. That is undeniable, real-world proof of its effectiveness. But honestly, here is where it gets incredibly compelling. 10 offers a 100% money-back guarantee, meaning if you don't land a job within 10 months of finishing the program, you get every single penny back. It is a completely risk-free shortcut to getting that leverage. So look, if you are ready to stop analyzing everything to death and start building some real leverage, go check out the description. You can use the promo code EASY to get a massive 30% off your courses, which can literally save you up to $3,400 on your education. It's just a highly practical step forward. Section 1. Action over analysis, the reliable path forward. Because whether you choose the side hustle route using media or climbing the corporate tech ladder using a bootcamp, there's one final boss you have to defeat: analysis paralysis. You simply cannot waste your time endlessly overthinking. As the quote says, at some point, it's just faster to make the thing and see what happens. Actually executing the plan is the only way forward. Overthinking practically guarantees you're going to give up before taking your first real step.
Let's move to the next idea and see how this builds. Because most people fail simply because they assume they can't win. It's a classic self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell yourself, oh, the market is too competitive, well, you just guaranteed your own failure. But if you assume, hey, if I try, I will win eventually, you instantly trigger a cycle of success that's fueled by your own actual effort.
So what does this all mean? Here is your absolute antidote to the internet's overcomplication of, well, everything. And this works for your side hustle, your career, and frankly, your messy living room. Just pick a skill. Use that exact skill to provide value to people by solving a problem for them. Stop overthinking every minor little detail and simply execute the plan. Because execution will always, always beat analysis.
And hey, look, if you try all of that and absolutely everything else fails, literally just buy a pressure washer and start blasting the gunk off driveways. I mean it. It is the ultimate simplified cure to life's crazy complexities. You find dirty concrete, you make it clean, and you get paid. No 11-hour YouTube tutorials required for that, right? So I really want to leave you with this final thought today. Are you going to stay stuck just staring at a screen and deteriorating into freeform shapes in tutorial hell? Or are you going to take action and start blasting the gunk away today? The choice is entirely up to you. If you found some value in this today, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay focused out there, and we'll see you next time.